Hello, and welcome to What's Happening. I'm
Thank you.
Christian Garnett, and I am here with Cyndy Cotton. Cyndy, you're going to be telling us today about the Human Library. Um, what is that event?
The Human Library is something that we held at the Osterville Library back in 2019. It's based out of Denmark, and it's where people become books and people check them out and have conversations with people that they may have preconceived prejudices on or may not have had the opportunity to talk to in life.
All right. It does sound really interesting, and I'm hoping that I get to go. And this is at the Osterville Village Library on July 15th, correct?
Correct. It's from 10 to 2, and readers come and they sign up at a time to take out one of the books, and then they have a 20-minute conversation. Some examples of the books that we had in 2019 was like African American Policeman, Adopted, Dementia, Mental Illness, Chinese Dissident, African American Woman, Muslim, Jew. So we have different topics that people may not have had a chance to have conversations with. It's nice for families also to have conversations, and we hope that it just opens the door to dialogue and just being more human.
Yeah, that sounds great. So how many years have you been doing this?
We were the first to bring it to Cape Cod in 2019.
Okay.
And it was met with, great reviews and people really enjoyed it. We were going to do it in the past years, but with the pandemic, we wanted to make sure, we couldn't really do it inside. So we're having it outside under the tent. And it's been not done as much in the United States. When it is done in the United States, it's usually done by bigger universities and entities. So it's really, amazing that we're doing this on Cape Cod. So, people, I always see on Facebook, I see my friend sharing a thing. Oh, look at the Human Library. Isn't this like so interesting and cool? Wish someone would do it here. And it's like, yeah, been there, done that, doing it again, so
Yeah.
People really have a lot of interest in it. And it is an interesting concept because we all are books walking around with different stories. And it's nice to have a conversation with somebody you may not have the opportunity with and just, enjoy somebody else and learn from them. But as I say, where it started in Denmark and in the whole program, you have to be licensed to do it and you have to fill out an application. You just can't decide you're going to do it. It's a lot of work because you have to vet the books and make sure they're okay, because a lot of the subjects are very sensitive. Like we've had homeless, addicts, mental illness and suicide. So those are very difficult topics for people to talk about. So we really want to make sure they're okay, that they can do this over a period of time. So we really try to take care of the books. So I reach out to my other fellow nonprofit organizations and see who they may suggest for the certain books. Because part of the framework of the Human Library is that you have to meet this 13 pillars of prejudice, and that you need to kind of get a variety of books dealing with like occupation, social status, mental health, and different things, religion, nationality. So you have to get a certain amount of books from each like genre. And, we just want to make sure that the person is strong enough to be able to talk about it over and over in that, because it is difficult. And we found that with the first one. We learned a lot from doing the first. We need to take better care of our books.
Before we go, I'd just like to know, why do you personally think this is an important event?
I think, what we try to do here at the Osterville Library is give as many different learning opportunities as possible, traditionally through books, but, everybody has a different way of learning and experiencing information. And, there's like downloadable books now, but we also have virtual reality that you can go back in time and live certain situations and learn from that. And we have, kits and games. And this is just like a natural progression of talking to people and having conversations to learn more about different people and different things that you would read in a book, but actually be able to have a face-to-face. And we're hoping it helps maybe people, with some of the, if they're prejudices or preconceived notions or something like that, that they may go away and, learn more from somebody else and what their struggles have been and what have brought them to that point, or what struggles they've dealt with that people may not have realized.
Before we go, I would just like to remind everybody that the Human Library event is going to be held at the Osterville Village Library on July 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cyndy, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm hoping to make it to the event, like I said, and I hope everybody watching this does too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.